Congratulations, Richmond, celebrating 225 years this year.
I wanted to take a minute just to read it was a newspaper article. This is from the late 1800s, and it was written in Richmond Climax, what is now, Richmond Register. And Sharon Graves helped me find this. I was hoping that Sharon was going to be here tonight, but she's not. She had something come up. That's the president of the Madison County Historical Society, if anybody doesn't know. But she found this for me, and I'd just like to read it, and I think it's really neat, given the fact of what we're doing here now. And I'll start that. What was probably the largest and most fashionable entertainment of the season was the reception for the Honorable John W. Yerkes and his wife by Mr. and Mrs. Brutus J. Clay last Wednesday evening. Lynwood, the home of the Clays, is not surpassed in this section for the beauty of its serenity, its commanding view of the surrounding county, or the elegance of the home. But above all, none exceeds it in the quality of its hospitality. Upon this occasion, the handsome place was a scene long to be remembered for the beauty and the manhood of Madison County. The guests were gathered in large numbers to unite with Mr. and Mrs. Clay in welcoming to Richmond the distinguished gentleman from the county of Boyle, our new collector of internal revenue, and his most estimable wife. The Clay home is ideal for entertaining, the spacious apartments affording ample room for the assembly of 300 guests. Under the broad stairway in the cross hall was stationed a band of music. In the main dining room stood handsome cake table, a perfect beauty, on which sat massive candelabras of pure bronze. 2 of a set of 6 brought from Russia by General Cassius Clay. The adjoining room was very well and brilliantly lighted, and the guests were seated at the tables, where a bountiful and well-prepared supper was served. Mrs. Clay was gowned in a rich black satin and diamonds, the costume she wore at McKinley's inaugural address. Miss Yerkes wore a handsome white dress and diamonds. The affair was given upon a large scale and was a great scene and will be long and delightfully remembered. And so here we are today, 130 years later, at the home of Patty and Brutus's house. And I stand here to address a topic that lies at the heart of who Melissa and I are, and that is giving back to the community. As a young man, I would sit and look at these houses and wish that someday that I could have one, and think, man, if given opportunity, I'd love to own this. Many years later, that opportunity presented itself, and me and my wife have lovingly restored Lynwood to its former grandeur. We take great pride in sharing Lynwood and its history with our community and take the opportunity to give back. We host numerous events here each year to charitable organizations at no charge. As members of the community, we feel it's our duty to uplift and support and nourish the very fabric that holds us together. Our community is not just a geographical location, but it's a collection of buildings. It's a tapestry of lives, dreams, and aspirations. It is our shared responsibility to ensure its growth, resilience, and its history. When we give back to our community, we sow the seeds of progress and transformation. We create an environment where our neighbors can thrive and where our future generations can build upon our collective achievements. In giving back, we find purpose and fulfillment. We discover that our lives are enriched, not by the wealth we amass, but by the impact we make. Each act of kindness, no matter how small, ripples through our community I hope, inspiring and igniting chain of reaction of goodness and giving. Excuse me. Today, I implore each and every one of you to embrace the spirit of giving back. Let us foster a culture of selflessness, empathy, and communal responsibility. Let us not ask what our community can do for us, but rather let us ask ourselves what we can do for our community. As we embark on this journey of giving back, tonight I want to remember Brutus and Patty and their love for what we call our home, Richmond. I'm sorry I had to read that. I'm just not the best speaker, and I don't do this very often, but I just wanted to, again, to thank everybody for coming here tonight and to think about what Patty and Brutus did for Richmond. Without them, there would not have been a hospital. And it's just very, very special to me and Melissa that we're here tonight in Patty and Brutus's house, entertaining again, just like they were 130 years ago. Thank you all.
Congratulations, Richmond, celebrating 225 years this year.